are supposed to get a lot of snow today.
It's supposed to snow all day. So I don't think I will do any trails that I have to access by car because I don't have winter tires and I think the roads are not going to be cleaned for a while. So we're going to explore the park today. I know they have a hot tent here that has some picnic tables and a stove. They have a ice rink, and we're just gonna explore and check it out and go for a little bit of a walk locally. I'm gonna make some breakfast. I desperately need coffee because I'm having a hard time waking up. I guess when you have this kind of weather outside, you really just want to lay down in bed and read a book. But guess what? I forgot to bring a book. So I bought a camping logbook at the visitor center store yesterday, and you can write about all your camping trips. So I think I'm gonna do a little diary journaling about this trip. I don't know what else I'm gonna do today because it's snowing a lot. It is not as cold. It is much warmer. I think it's only -8. As you can see, my water's not frozen. This one is because I had this one on the floor. I gotta learn, can't leave anything on the floor. And the big one that was frozen yesterday is thawed, completely thawed. So I had the heater blowing on it and it worked. So let's make some coffee, shall we? In case you're wondering how I do dishes here, I have a small sink here with a battery operated pump. And yeah, I just do my dishes here. I was worried that the water was going to be frozen. But then I remember that when my car is running, if I have the heating on, one of the heat vents is right here. And so yesterday, while I drove around to the visitor centers and to the hike and back and all that, it was blowing super hot air right on it. So not only the water was not frozen, it was actually not that cold because when I was brushing my teeth, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna hurt. It's gonna be like freezing water. And it wasn't. So I don't know how it is this morning because it just sat all through the night and it might be frozen. And oh, I should have taken the tubing out of the water in case it did freeze. Oh well. And also, in case you're wondering how I go to the toilet, let me show you. I don't know if you can see it, but I am sitting right on it. I've got a little toilet here. And if I have to go number 2, I'll probably would drive to the comfort station. It's heated, it's got flush toilets. But if it's just pee, I have a sort of a funnel, I have a container. I use this to just be able to sit comfortably and not have to be squatting. But basically it is going in a contained container that I can put a lid on after so there's no smells or anything like that. And then once a day, I just go to the washrooms, the comfort station, and I just dump it on the toilet. If I had to go number 2 in the van, I could. I have a special bag that has chemicals inside that react, and I've got little packages of sort of like sawdust as well. And you just go in this bag and then you seal it and keeps any odor in there. And basically you just close it, seal it, and then you just dispose when you get a chance. So this is step one of doing dishes. I get those either water wipes or unscented all-purpose wipes, and I wipe as much as I can off the cutlery, the plates. I mean, some people would even consider this clean. I know people that have a spray bottle with a mixture of alcohol and water. I have running water if it's not frozen, but I don't want my gray tank to be full of like leftover foods, because it just makes it harder to clean, and if you don't empty frequent enough, it will start smelling. So basically my gray water tank is just like from what I brush my teeth and then just rinsing this off so it doesn't smell at all. So I'm just gonna put this in the sink and I will do dishes later. So basically what I'll do is I'll just run a little bit of soap and water here. There's no need for scrubbing or anything, but just to take any residue. I just like things clean. So let's gear up and explore the park. It is so much warmer today. It's insane. I think it's still like -10. But when you compare -10 to like -20, those 10 degrees makes a huge difference. So yeah, pretty overcast day. But I don't want to stay in my van all day, even though it's super cozy in there. So we're gonna go explore. The campground is pretty empty. When I looked at booking the site, I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there were quite a number of sites booked. And today's Thursday, but because of the snowstorm, I think maybe some people might not come today. They may only come on Friday, or they may arrive later in the day. But in this area here, I am pretty much the only one. I forgot my bear spray. And I'm gonna be honest, I am a little bit terrified. It is dead of winter, and yesterday was minus 30 and today's minus 10, 15. I'm pretty confident that bears are hibernating right now. Like, you don't see any animals out there, like no birds, no squirrels. I don't see why bears would be out here, but I'm just super paranoid. And you know, it's the one time that you don't bring it that you end up seeing one. But hopefully there won't be any encounters today. I mean, what kind of bear would be out in this cold and in this blizzard? Hopefully not. Should have worn the snowshoes. But at the beginning of the trail, it was all compact. That's a great butt workout. Wow. It is so peaceful. There is something about winter that I never discovered. And I'm so glad I did. Are you kidding me? You're cute, my friend, but you should definitely be asleep right now. How I wish I had brought my bear spray. I am a little bit paranoid. I'm too far to go back now. Might as well go to the end. All right, let's pick up this pace and get as close to the campground as possible. I will feel a little bit safer. It is beautiful out here though. Just incredible. Okay, we're just entering a very wooded area. That scares me even more. I feel that when I was out in the open, you could see far, but here is like dense forest. And I think if bears were to hang anywhere, it would be here. I am less than a kilometer from the park, or like the park store. But man, is it beautiful here. I am a little bit scared. Gosh. Okay. Let's walk fast. This is the hot tent.
light.
Hi.
Hi. Sometimes it's hard to light.
I have a big fire starter block,
Yeah.
so should be okay.
Good.
And I brought some really dry wood too.
Yeah.
When I leave, do I need to put it out? No. Okay. Thank you. It's hard to get the stove to heat it up once it's been cold for a while, and there hasn't been a fire here for the last few days, so the stove was really cold. I got a really good fire going here, but my butter, it's just melted and it's not sizzling. And I need it to be sizzling to work, to cook. I did bring my stove there in case the fire was a fail, in case I couldn't start it, in case the stove didn't get hot. But I think it will get hot. It's just a matter of time. The question is, how hungry am I and do I want to wait? Also, I've never worked those stoves before, so I'm not sure what is the hottest setting, if it is with the door open or closed. I think the door open allows more oxygen, and so it burns faster and it burns more, and I think it would produce more heat. If I close the door, I think it would burn slower. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. I'm leaving it open to see if I get it hot enough to cook there, but I'm not sure what I'm doing. I never worked one of those stoves before.